Okay, great. So actually, I do not mind if one of you takes the job of reminding me, because, you know, when I start, it just sometimes I just miss it. So do remind me. I don't mind at all. Okay, great. So the homework would be, there is a reading. Okay, so this is one text about Frankie, and we have a text about Alexandra. And I would like you to read this text, and then there are some questions that I want you to answer. Now, here I give you the choice in between these two texts. So you can choose one text, and then you can answer these questions. Now, let's look at the text. The text is not very long. For exam focus, I also tell the other group, for if you want to read and practice reading, you need to set a time, especially if you want to do an exam where there is reading required. I would say set a time for 10 minutes for this text with the questions. It's not long. It's not a lot. 10 minutes, set a timer. In 10 minutes, you read, and then you quickly answer these questions. Another tip I would like to give you here, what I advise my students when there is a reading especially, okay, always look at the questions. What do you have to do with the reading? Sometimes you have multiple choice, sometimes there is true and false, sometimes you have to give short answers. So here we have short answers. Always read the questions. Always read the questions quickly first, and then start with the reading. Why? Because sometimes while you're reading, and because you already have the questions in your mind, you can answer these questions easily. And while you're reading, you know, okay, this is the answer for number 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, so just a tip. The rest is entirely up to you. If you want to take your time and read it with time and underline each and every word and making sure that you understand each word, of course, then it will take you longer, right? Great. Okay, let's move on. So this is homework, only number 4. The text that you need to read is on page 35. Choose one of them. Great. Now let's continue with our unit, and hopefully today we will finish unit 3, and we're going to start unit 4 on Sunday. This Sunday, coming Sunday, you will have your first quiz, and it will cover unit 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it will cover unit 1, 2, and 3. The timings for the quiz are going to be during the session. So from 7 to 7:40, I will give you the regular class, and then in between, Miss Yasmin will share the link with you for the quiz, and then you will start with the quiz. Okay, so and you will finish at 8 o'clock. You should not take longer than 20 minutes, maybe less, but not more, right? Great. Any questions so far?
Teacher, which day is the exam? Which day?
Coming Sunday, on Sunday.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Abdulila, you have a question?
Yes, how are you?
I think you asked me how I am, right?
How are you?
Yes, yes, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, alhamdulillah. Miss Nadia, the quiz about all skills, reading, writing, speaking.
The focus. Okay, that's a good question. I missed this part. The focus of the quiz is grammar and vocabulary. These two things are the focus.
Okay. Not all.
Sometimes you have a very short reading, but this time it's not included. So this time there is no reading. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Miss.
Yes.
Did we have to open the camera when we do exam?
No. You don't have to open the camera.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, great. Let's continue with our unit. So here we have a very interesting listening. So this is Dr. Susan Hall. She's an expert on the work-life balance. How do you balance your work and life? Okay. Now, here are some questions that I would like you to answer. Number one, let's just quickly read the questions together. Can I please, nobody's raising their hand. Who would like to read the questions? Okay, yes, Abdul Basit, please.
Okay, question number one. Why does she say that work is important?
Continue.
Why is play important? Three, what's the problem with taking work home? Four, what's her family
advice? What's her final advice? What's her final advice? Okay. So these are the questions that you need to answer while after listening to Dr. Susan Hall, who is going to talk about work and life balance. Okay, now let's listen.
3.8. Dr. Susan Hall, an expert on the work-life balance.
Of course, work or study is important for us all. It gives structure to our everyday lives. But for a happy, balanced life, it's also important to play sometimes. It's important to find time to relax with friends and family. It's not good to think about work all the time. I know from my work as a doctor that it's sometimes difficult not to take your work problems home. But if you take your problems home, you never relax, and it's difficult for your family and bad for your health. Don't live to work, work to live. Life is more than work. How many people do you know who really love their work? How many people just work for the money? You know what they say, if you love your job, you never have to work again. I think that's true.
Okay, I think this was very interesting what she said. Shall I play it again, or did you get the answers? Okay.
Yes, please.
3.8. Dr. Susan Hall, an expert on the work-life balance.
Of course, work or study is important for us all. It gives structure to our everyday lives. But for a happy, balanced life, it's also important to play sometimes. It's important to find time to relax with friends and family. It's not good to think about work all the time. I know from my work as a doctor that it's sometimes difficult not to take your work problems home. But if you take your problems home, you never relax, and it's difficult for your family and bad for your health. Don't live to work, work to live. Life is more than work. How many people do you know who really love their work? How many people just work for the money? You know what they say, if you love your job, you never have to work again. I think that's true.
Okay, great. Now let's see what you found out. Number one, can I please have Yasir?
Yes. Number one, she said that it will give you the great structure. So you will can balance your time.
Okay, so it gives life a structure if you are working. Okay, anything else, Yasir, you want to add?
Number two.
Would you like to add anything to number one, or that's it?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Yasir. Shayma.
Yes, miss.
Number two.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't afford number four. That
You want to do number 4. Okay, Shema, I will keep number 4 for you. And
Okay.
then I will choose somebody else now
Thank
for number 2. Fatun, please.
Yes, teacher. Why is play important? Because she is find time to relax for friends and her family.
Exactly. And what does she say? Is it good to think about work all the time? Is it good?
No,
No, it's not good to think about work all the time. Very good. Thank you.
thank you.
Then can I have Abdulila?
Yes. Can you go down, please?
Yes.
I can't see that. What's the problem with taking work home? Never relax and bad for health.
You can never relax when you take work home. Anything
Yeah,
else?
never relax and your family. I think I hear about family. I sure it's never relax and bad to your health.
So you cannot spend a lot of time with your family when you're taking work home. Okay.
Yeah.
Then thank you. Then I'm going back to Shema. Okay, Shema, number 4. What's the final advice?
She said, if you love your job, you never have work again.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Do you agree with this, Shema?
Yes, I agree with her.
So
And
if you
I think
really
it's very,
imagine you're going to work, and you love and you enjoy your work. So it's basically not your work anymore. You are every day you're enjoying, you're having a good time. Sometimes we must go to work and we do not enjoy it at all. So this is what makes it even more difficult and tiring. You get even more tired. Okay, good, great. Anything else anybody would like to add to number 1, 2, 3, and 4? Anyone? You can just say it. Or did we cover everything? Okay.
Number 4.
Yes, Yasir.
She mentioned that the life is more than the work.
The life is more important than the work.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's have a look. Yes, Abdulila.
I think the last one, don't live to work, work to live.
Exactly, very good. Don't live to work, work to live, which is also very good advice. Okay, great. So I'm quickly showing you the answers here. So in case it is, if you want to go back to have a look at the answers. So I think we covered everything, okay? Okay, great. Now let's move on to the next page, which is page 37. Okay. Now have a look here. Now here we have Hakan. Okay, he is a student. Okay, he is a student and he's staying with his family, with his host family. Sometimes what students do when they come from another country to learn English, they travel to UK and then they are living with a family. They're spending their time while they are going to college, university, or the school. Okay. Now, what we need to do here is I'm going to clear the answers first because I don't want you to see the answers. Now, here is the first part of the conversation, okay? And you have to match them with A, okay? Sorry, this is the second part and you have to match sorry, again, this is the first part and you have to match it with B, okay? So I'm going to play the listening. While you are listening, please do try to match. I will definitely play it twice because I think you won't be able to get it the first time, okay? So everybody knows what to do. So these are two parts of the conversation, part A and part B, and we need to match them, okay? So let's listen. Okay, there was something wrong with listening.
Social expressions. 1.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Same to you. See you later.
2.
I'm sorry I'm late. The traffic's very bad this morning.
Never mind. Come and sit down.
3.
Can I sit next to you, Karina?
Yes, of course. I'll move my bag.
4.
Is that a new shirt? It looks good.
Ah, thanks. Glad you like it. But it's really old.
5.
What's the matter? Do you have a problem?
Yes. What does bilingual mean?
6.
Please, can I open the window? It's really warm in here.
Sure. Good idea. This room's really hot today.
7.
Can we have a break?
Okay, I think we all need one. Just 15 minutes.
8.
Can I have a large Americano, please?
Is that to have here or take away?
9.
How was your day?
Really good, thanks. Our teacher's great. And you?
Okay, I'm going to play it again.
Three 3.9. Social expressions. 1.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Same to you. See you later.
2.
I'm sorry I'm late. The traffic's very bad this morning.
Never mind. Come and sit down.
3.
Can I sit next to you, Karina?
Yes, of course. I'll move my bag.
4.
Is that a new shirt? It looks good.
Ah, thanks. Glad you like it. But it's really old.
5.
What's the matter? Do you have a problem?
Yes. What does bilingual mean?
6.
Please, can I open the window? It's really warm in here.
Sure. Good idea. This room's really hot today.
7.
Can we have a break?
Okay, I think we all need one. But just 15 minutes.
8.
Can I have a large Americano, please?
Is that to have here or take away?
9.
How was your day?
Really good, thanks. Our teacher's great. And you?
Okay, great. Now, let's see what you've got. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. Now, can I please have Wade, please?
Yes, hello.
Mhm.
Number 1, bye. Have a nice day.
Mhm.
Thanks. Same to you. See you later.
Okay, thanks. Same to you. See you later. So this is number 1, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Wade. Jawad, please.
Can I sit next to you, Karen? Yes, of course. I will move my bag.
I think we missed number 2. Did we do number 2? No, right? So I'm
Okay.
sorry I'm late. The traffic.
I do it.
Please.
I'm sorry I'm late. That traffic's very bad this morning. Never mind. Come and sit down.
Okay, so that's number 2. Can you do number 3 now?
Okay. Can I sit next to you, Karen? Yes, of course. I will move my bag.
Okay, so this is number 3. Okay, great. Thank you. Can I have Sumaya, please?
Yes, teacher. Is that now shirt? It looks good. Thanks. Glad you like it, but it is really old.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, can I have Ala, please?
Yes. What is the matter? Do you have a problem? Yes. What does bilingual mean?
Bilingual.
Bilingual mean?
Okay. Do you know the meaning of bilingual?
No.
Okay. Who knows the meaning of bilingual? Anybody knows the meaning of bilingual?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can
May
you
I
tell me?
answer?
Yes, please.
It's when you know how to speak two languages.
Exactly. It is when you speak two languages. Are you guys bilingual? Are all the students here bilingual?
Yes, most of them.
How many languages do you speak, Shema?
Actually, 3.
Oh, okay.
And maybe just I have a little bit Turkish language.
Okay, so you speak English, Arabic, and Turkish, right?
I speak Arabic, Turkish, and Urdu, or maybe Hindi. You
Oh.
can say it like that.
Okay. Okay, good, great. Thank you, Shema.
You're welcome.
Right, now, can I please have Renat, please?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Please, can I open the window? It's really warm in here. Sure, good idea. This room's really not hot, really hot today.
Yes, okay, good. Number 7.
Number 7, can we have a break? Okay, I think we all need one, but just 15 minutes.
Yes, excellent, very good. Thank you. Now, everybody, I'm going to stop here for 1 second. Everybody who I have already called and those who have already spoken, please put your hands down. Everyone. So we can give everybody equal chance, right? Okay, good. Now this looks better now. Now, can I have Mohammed Al-Sagur, please? Mohammed Al-Sagur.
Can I have a large Americano, please? Is that to have here or take away?
Is that to have here or take away? Very good. Can you do the next one as well, please?
Okay, up please. Hi Hakan, how was your day? Really good, thanks. Our teachers great, and you?
Okay, great, excellent. Okay, perfect, all correct. Do you have any questions here? Do you have any questions? Okay,
No.
Are all the words clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now we are quickly going to move to the next part, which is, I just briefly want to touch this part. Let me just quickly clear the answers. So this is form filling. I just want to make sure that each and every point is clear. Quite often you need to fill forms when you are enrolling somewhere, when you are at a hospital. Sometimes you need to fill a form, and it's very important that you know how to fill a form in English. So the first word here is please write in block capitals. Okay. Now the form is for sports and leisure center. Leisure means free time. It's a sports club, and you can also do some activities in your when you have free time. So leisure means free time. This is an application form. It says here, write in block capitals. Okay, what does that mean? Nada, do you know the meaning of block capitals?
No.
Okay, no problem. Hamas, do you know the meaning of block capitals?
I think it's mean capital letters or no?
Exactly. It's all capital letters. What we can, for example, see here, first name Taif, surname Ibrahim, for example. Okay. Now here, let me zoom in here a bit. We have here Mr., MRS, Mrs., Miss, and Miss. Okay. Now let me open the note here. Where did it go? Here we are. Okay. So Mr. is used for a man. Okay. So this is used for a man. MRS stands for Mrs. Okay. And this is used for a married woman. Okay. If she's married, she usually takes the name of the family name of the husband. And then she is called, I don't know, for example, Mrs. Ibrahim. Okay. Now, then we have here Miss and Miss. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. And Miss. Okay. Miss is definitely always for unmarried women. If you're unmarried, you will write Miss. This one is tricky. Okay. It can be both. Sorry. It can be both. It can be married and unmarried. Okay. So why married or unmarried? Because sometimes you choose to not be specific and not specify if you're married and not married. So you prefer not to mention that because you just don't want to, or it's not needed. Okay. So this is where you can say Miss. For example, many of you call me Miss Nadia. Okay. Although I'm married and I should be Mrs. Okay. But it's totally fine. It's Miss. So it's quite generic. So again, where you do not want to be specific and you prefer not to say if you're married or unmarried, you can say Miss. Okay. Any questions? Okay.
Can you repeat, Miss?
Yes, I will quickly repeat. Mr. is used for a man, Mr. Ibrahim. Mrs. MRS stands for Mrs. Okay, this is used for married women. Okay, if a woman is married. Miss, MISS, is used for unmarried. Okay, then we have Miss MS. Okay, here it gets a bit tricky. This is used for both married and unmarried. So when do I use this one? When I prefer not to mention, or it's not needed, or you want to keep it general, you don't want to be specific and go into details if you're married or not. So this is where you can say Miss. So for me, for example, many students call me Miss Nadia. So it's totally fine. Okay. Although I'm married, but still you can call me Miss Nadia. Clear?
I have a question.
Please.
Mrs. and Miss, both woman and man?
No, Mr. is only used for man. Only this one is used for man. All the other confusion is for the women.
Yes, woman just.
Okay, just the women. Okay, so the man, if he's married, if he's not married, he's the Mr. But for the women, it's either Mrs. Miss is unmarried, or Miss MS if you don't want to say married or unmarried. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Then yes.
The third one and the last one, all of we called Miss.
Yes, Miss. Although the pronunciation here would be a bit with Z, so Miss. So the Z sound is a bit more emphasized here. But if you're speaking quickly, you don't say Miss, you say Miss. Okay, it's just slightly pronunciation. But I didn't mention that because I don't want to confuse you more with all these rules.
Okay.
Okay. So if we if Mr., Miss, and Mrs. is clear, let's quickly move on. Here it says date of birth. DD stands for day, month, and year. Okay, so if this is specified, then you need to follow this structure, and then you start with the day, then you start with followed by the month and the year. Okay, so here, for example, because it's 2, you can also write 98. Now we know in Saudi Arabia we have 2 different dates: the Hijri, okay, that's your Arabic calendar, and the other one is called Gregorian. Okay, so keep this in mind. If you see the word Gregorian, then you know, okay, they mean the English date of birth. Okay, nationality, yes.
No, just I want to say we use it like Gregorian in UAE like this, not Hijri like a Saudi.
Okay, you just use Gregorian.
Yeah, and
okay.
actually in Dubai we use the third language in UAE. It's like talking like Hindi or Urdu, Arabic and English and Urdu, just like that.
Okay, okay. So, but here in Saudi Arabia, it is used a lot. Gregorian is, Hijri and Gregorian, both are used. You actually do have 2 options where you can choose either Gregorian or Hijri. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now let's move on. Nationality is the country that you are from. Okay, this is the passport that you're holding. This is your nationality. It's not the place where you're living. It's not the place where you're living. So nationality is Saudi Arabia, and then it means you are Saudi. If your nationality is from, you're from United Arab Emirates, then you are Emirati. Okay, good. Then we have address. Yes.
I have questions, please.
Please.
For the capital letter, only for name and short name.
What you mean? What's
what
written
about
here?
nationality? Nationality only the first letter is capital.
Yeah, actually, this is a mistake. So the form was not filled correctly because they were asking you to write in block capitals. So this actually, you're right, should be written like this.
Okay.
Okay. So we have to follow the instructions. Okay, we have to follow instructions. So this is, yes, it is a mistake. And even here and Riyadh, everything should be in block capitals. Okay. Right. Address usually comes with a street name and a house number or building number. Town, city, for example, here, Riyadh, Jeddah. Now, postcode. I just want to clarify here, postcode, and we even have this in Saudi Arabia. And I was surprised that some students did not know what the postcode is. Now, let me explain quickly here. The postcode is, each country has cities. And then in these cities, you have maybe districts, okay? For example, in Jeddah, if I talk about Jeddah, we have Salama district, we have Rehab, we have so many districts. So these districts, again, are divided into small sections, and each section has a number, okay? So that would be the zip code or the postcode, okay? Which is usually a 5-digit number. It's a 5-digit number. So numbers would be, for example, in Jeddah, if I talk about Salama district, maybe it would be 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So this is quite often required. What if you don't know the postcode? You can always search on the internet. Okay. Every place, every district has a postcode, even in Saudi Arabia, believe me. Email address, I think that's pretty clear. Phone number, that's also clear. Here it says, please tick interests. What are you interested in? Then you're going to just tick what you're interested in. Swimming, indoor tennis, outdoor tennis, badminton, and squash. Do you all know what squash is?
Yes.
Okay, good. So how do I play squash? What equipment do I need for playing squash? Who can tell me? It's an open question to everybody. So what equipment do I need to play squash? Ibrahim, can you tell me? Ibrahim?
What?
Squash. Have you ever played squash, Ibrahim?
This one, I think, like tennis.
Exactly, yes. How many players?
Two players.
Can you play it alone? Can you play squash alone?
No. I think yes. Yes.
Yeah. You can play it alone. So basically,
Yes.
you have a racket, and what else do you have?
Small ball.
You have a racket and a ball, and you're hitting the ball against the wall, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, great. So I just wanted to make sure that squash is clear. Gym, spa, exercise classes, signature is usually when you sign, and then the date when you have signed. Okay. So yes, that's it with the form filling. Any questions about this form? Are there any questions?
Miss Nadia?
Yes.
Yeah, question, please.
Please.
Sometime when I fill out the form, I'm confused. If I need to write a capital letter in the first word in the sentence, or every word, every first letter in the sentence in the word. Yeah.
You're asking me if you're filling a form, then you usually don't have to write. You don't have to write sentences. I don't know which form you're talking about. Khalid is asking me, right?
Yeah.
Khalid, yeah. You don't have to write sentences, but you just follow the instructions. For example, here it says, please write in block capitals. So you're just going to write everything in capitals. Even this should actually be, for example, As-Sahafa Street. Okay, so everything is in capital. The reason why they ask you to do is because it's more clear. It's better to read. It's easy to read. That's why they ask you to do this. I hope I've answered your question.
Not very well.
Okay, then please ask again because
Okay.
I've tried.
Sometime I need to write anything. Okay. My name, my first name, and last name, my father name. Yeah, I need to write a capital letter in the first, only my name, not a form.
Okay. So you're talking not about a form.
Yeah.
Yes. When you're writing your name or the name of a city, family name, your first name, you always write the first name, like, what's your name? Khalid, right? No, what's your name? Sorry.
Khalid.
Khalid. Okay, let's take your name. So if this one is not written, let's say this is not written, and you are writing it like this. It's always capital. Never write this. This is wrong. You see the yellow banner? This is wrong.
I saw that, but if it's not first name and surname, if maybe when I write a reason or a CV. Okay.
When you're writing this, you always write your name, the first letter in capital. Always.
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 Is that rule only for the name?
It's no. It's for the name, for cities, for example. Let's say, okay,
Saudi Arabia.
Always capital. Okay, here. The first letter would be capital. Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeddah. Always capital.
Good.
Any name, and then names of places. I don't know. For example, right now because my kids were saying, Mama, we go to Shalal. Okay, so Shalal. it's a place.
Mhm.
Okay. Happy land. Okay, it's a place.
Mhm.
Mall name, let's say we have Lulu Market, capital. Okay,
Good. What about the sentence?
so if you are writing it in a sentence,
Yeah.
also capital, always capital. I live in Saudi Arabia. Okay, or at the end of the sentence, I am from Jeddah. Okay,
With capital. With
capital, always capital, always capital.
No, or I am from. From need that with capital letter.
From? No, this will not be capital. In English, we only write in capital city names, country names, places, your name, the name of women and men. This is what is written in capital. Nothing else actually. Or the I. Wherever the I is placed, if it's at the beginning, at the end, or in the middle, it's always capital.
Good. Thank you. That's great.
Welcome. Okay, good.
Teacher?
Yes.
Teacher, I have some question. If I have some question.
Yes,
if I want to write email, only the first sentence, only the first word capital, right?
If you're beginning an email, you're writing, dear Susie. Okay, here.
Okay.
And then you start with a sentence, then you write with, I am writing to let you know, for example. Okay, and so on. Okay, and even in this email, it's whatever you're writing, keep these rules in your mind. City names, country names, places, you always, or names, you always write in capital, starting with the capital letter. Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Welcome. Any other questions? Okay, if you do not have any questions, then I start with unit 4. So while this is loading, it's still loading. Let me refresh because it's taking a bit time. We're going to start with unit 4. Okay. Let me just quickly show you the topics for unit 4. Okay, you can also see the books here. Okay, so this is the book that we're doing right now. And then hopefully after we're done with this book, you will move to the next level, which is pre-intermediate. But right now we are here. Okay, great. So, okay, unit 4 is about house and home. Okay, places where you live, and the grammar is any countable and uncountable nouns. Basically, some nouns I can count, some nouns I cannot count. Then vocabulary is going to be some adjectives. This is to describe something. When we are describing, there is an interesting reading about houses of the parliament. Then in listening, we're going to listen to 5 conversations. And there is also some writing about describing your home, how you can describe your home. Okay, so this is basically unit 4. Okay, so I'm going to share, we're going to start as usual, we're going to start with the grammar. I always start with the grammar before we actually start with the unit and the exercises itself, because I feel when you have covered the grammar, it's easy to do all these exercises. Okay, now let me just quickly share my screen again with you. Okay, good. So we've got 10 minutes. Can you all see my screen?
No, it's black.
No.
No?
Yes, now we see. We can see.
Oh, okay. So you can see, okay, you can see the slides, right?
Yes.
Okay, Good, good, good. Now we're going to start with there is an are, okay? Very simple, straightforward. I will just rush through the slides because I feel it's not very difficult. And so far what I have observed is that the level of most of the students here is quite good. So we don't have to go into depth. But if you have a question, raise your hand and ask, okay? Now, we use there is with a singular noun. We know a noun is a place or thing and names. And we use there are with plural nouns, simple, okay? Now, positive sentence would be, there is a fridge, okay? There are 2 armchairs. So one is fridge is singular and armchair is plural, okay? Then we have a negative sentence. It would be there isn't, okay, a dining room, or there aren't any carpets, okay, there aren't any carpets. Now let's complete these sentences. The tick is a positive sentence. The cross is a negative sentence. Can I please have Yasir, please?
Yes, there are 2 bathrooms.
Very good. Continue.
There is a new carpet.
There is a new carpet. Very good. Thank you. Jafar, please.
There aren't any bookshelves.
There aren't any bookshelves. Continue.
There is a nice garden.
There is a nice garden. Very good. Okay.
Teacher?
Yes, please.
What meaning bookshelves?
Okay, I was about to go back to the vocabulary. Apart from the grammar, I think the grammar is pretty easy. There is, there are, singular, plural. But let's have a look at these words, some of the words. A bookshelf is, it's basically a cupboard that is open from the front where you can put your books inside, okay? Clear? Does it make sense?
Like books?
Yeah, you put basically it's for books. You put books inside.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean like books, not books.
A box?
Yeah. A box.
No, it's a bookshelf is for books. It's usually for books. Or you can put a decoration piece, something to decorate in the middle. Okay. Okay. Carpet, is carpet clear? Everybody knows what a carpet is?
Yes. Yeah, I think like a drawer.
No, it's not a drawer.
For clothes.
No, this what you're talking about would be cupboard.
It's like a floor mat.
Yes, exactly. You cover your floor. You cover your floor with a carpet. It covers the entire room. Okay, it covers the entire room. That's a carpet. And a rug, R-U-G, would be something smaller. Okay, it only covers a small area. Maybe you can put a rug under your table, under your coffee table. Okay. Fridge, everybody knows what a fridge is?
Yes.
Okay. What do you usually have above the fridge?
Anything like a juice, eat, anything.
Exactly. Yes, so you put this in the fridge, but there is something else. Above the fridge, usually you have what? You put ice inside. You put ice inside. What is that called?
Freezer.
Freezer. Very good. Freezer. So fridge and freezer. Okay. Good. Great. Let's move on to the next slide. We use is or are first in yes, no questions, and we can have short answers. Now let's have a look at the short answers. We are putting this at the front. So is there a post office? Answer would be yes, there is. Are there any mirrors? So yes, there is, or no, there isn't. Are there any mirrors? Yes, there are. Or no, there aren't. Okay, now let's make these questions and the short answers. Noha, please.
Is
Yes.
it is a shower.
Have a look at this table. Follow the same structure of the sentence.
Is there a shower? No, there isn't.
Is there a shower? No, there isn't. Very good. Excellent. Imad, please.
Yes. Are there any teachers here?
Are there any teachers here?
Teachers here? Yes, they are.
Yes, there are. Very good. Then can I have, please, Muaz?
There are any new carpet?
Okay, look here. You start the question with is or are.
Are there any new carpets? No, there aren't.
No, there aren't. Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, now let's have a look at how many. When do we use how many? We use how many with plural noun to ask about numbers. If you want to ask about numbers, we use how many. Okay, for example, how many bedrooms are there? Okay, and bedrooms is a plural noun. Okay, now make these questions with the plural. Can I please have Yasir?
How many pictures are there?
How many pictures are there? Very good. Thank you. Jawad, please.
How many sofas are there?
How many sofas are there?
How many sofas are there?
Very good. Noora, please.
How many bookshelves are there?
How many bookshelves are there? Okay, the E is not pronounced. Shelves are there. Okay, can you repeat, please?
How many bookshelves are there?
Very good. Thank you. Fatma, please.
How many students are there?
How many students are there? Very good. Okay, simple, straightforward, easy. How many is used with plural nouns. Remember this. Now we have some and any. Some and any. Now we can use some and any also with plural nouns. Okay, now we had, remember, how many, and now some and any, which we can also use with plural nouns. Now let's have a look at the positive, negative sentence and questions. There are some photos, negative. There aren't any cups. Question, are there any plates? Okay. Now here we can clearly see some plus plural noun. Any, usually it's used in a negative sentence, plus plural noun. Question, are there any plates? Any plus plural noun. So one thing to remember here would be that some is usually used for positive and any is used for negative sentences and questions, okay? We don't use some in the negative. We don't use some in negative sentences. Keep this in your mind. For example, I have some towels. I don't have, it's a negative sentence. I don't have any lamps. I don't say I don't have some lamps. That's wrong. The grammar is wrong. I don't say I don't have some lamps. It would be I don't have any lamps. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's complete these sentences. I think that would be the last exercise for today. Please, who did I not call today? Please scream out your name if I didn't call you.
Teacher.
Nada.
Nada. Okay, Nada, please, number one.
There isn't any homework today.
Very good. There isn't any homework today. Okay.
Me, Miss.
Yes, Sabah.
Are there any pens in the big bag?
Are there any pens in the bag? Very good. Next.
Yes, Miss.
Please give me your name. Just give me your name.
Samahir.
Samahir, please, Samahir.
Yes. There are some keys on the table.
There are some keys on the table. Very good, Samahir. Next,
Lulu.
please. Lulu,
Lulu.
please.
Yeah.
Lulu, please.
There are not any pictures.
Exactly. There aren't any pictures. Very good. Next.
Me, please.
Zainab. Okay,
Yeah.
I could hear Zainab's name. Zainab.
Yeah. We have some mugs.
We have some mugs. Very good. Excellent. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for
Miss
today.
Nadia, I have small question.
Yes, please.
We can use any for the not negative, positive.
Okay, so
For the
look here.
positive, like number 3.
No,
there are any kids on the table.
which number are you talking about?
Number 3.
Okay. No,
There
you
are
can't. No, you can't. No, you
for
can't do
positive
this.
only some.
Yes, exactly. Here, look here. For positive, we use some, okay?
Okay.
And for negative and for questions, we use any, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great. Now, please do your homework for tomorrow. Make sure that you do it so we can start with the homework by checking the homework. The first thing, we start our lesson tomorrow, and then we are going to continue with our unit, okay? Great. So that's it for today. I wish you a good night. Stay safe, and I see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.